All right, thank you very much for joining me again. This is Gulpane back with another quick video response, and today I'm video responding to Games of War, and he's asked a question in one of his videos. It was very interesting what he was saying. It was actually why buy filler. So like the filler, it's tough to describe filler because some people's filler is another person's treasure. So filler would be like I guess the way he described it was the games that you would buy but they're very cheap and you don't really want them, you're just buying them because they're cheap. Other people would describe filler as like if you have a Wii collection and you have all like the shovelware and stuff, so you got like one good game and 10 not very good games, but you've got like the collection. So again, it's difficult to build up a video game collection without having some filler, like. But what Games of War was talking about was the games that you specifically buy just because they're very cheap. Like you come across a game and it's like £1, or in his case $1, or if I was back in Ireland it'd be €1, or whatever place you are, and like you just buy it because it's that cheap, and then you bring it home and then you never play it, and then you're like, what am I going to do with it? And then you end up trading it back in, or if they won't take it at the game shop you have to give it to the charity shop. So like, why go through this process? So for me it was there was a few times I can remember. Well, one recent one was I bought Locke's Quest for 99p, and then I played it once and didn't like it, and traded it back in. So that's kind of like, it was very, like if it wasn't 99p I wouldn't have bought it. But yeah, that's kind of an example of like, it was a filler game and then I just got rid of it again. Most of the filler games that I had, I've completely gotten rid of them. When I first started getting like back into the kind of collecting games, because I didn't start collecting games until like, I don't know, 2014 or something like that, when I started watching sort of the YouTube community like Metal Jesus Rocks, etc. Those guys, or the Game Chasers, sort of like, going around collecting games, that I realized, kind of like, I quite like to get into this hobby. So I got loads and loads of PS2 games, like loads of really cheap PS2 filler games, and I had like bags of them, and then I realized I don't want any of these. So I traded them all back in, got hundreds of pounds in credit, and then I bought like specific things that I wanted then from the sort of trading credit, like, kind of way more expensive games, but the games were good and I played them. So then I realized I started getting rid of all of the filler then, like just the PS2 was first, and then the Game Boy Advance, and then the other kind of filler games, a lot of Xbox original games that I had picked up but I didn't really know what they were like, that I tried them, didn't like them, and then got rid of them again. But they were just so cheap, like, but when you have like there's a shop here in England called Cash Converter, and sometimes you go in there and like, there's like games that are like for half nothing. So like I remember getting like 6 PSP or whatever, the Need for Speed games. Somebody had obviously traded in like all the Need for Speed games and they were like £1 each, so I just bought them all for £1. So that's fine. Like there was one that was really good actually. There was that Need for Speed Carbon. The other ones are okay. I haven't even tried some of them yet, and it was ages ago when I got them. Like I did get Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for the PSP for £2 each as well, which I probably wouldn't have bought Final Fantasy 1 or 2 for the PSP, only it was like £2. But yeah, I played Final Fantasy 1 and I quite liked it, so what can you do? There's another few that I bought as well. Just thinking of a few examples here. I bought the Mega CD Time Gal, not Time Gal, the Road Avenger, but Time Gal was in it. So I have like Road Avenger and Time Gal, but I don't have a box for Time Gal. That was £2, so I bought it, and I don't have a Mega CD, and I've never played Time Gal or Road Avenger, but I just bought it anyway, and I still have it. So I have one Mega CD game. I suppose it's nice if it's sort of like, one you kind of wouldn't see very often, or for like, if it's a random Xbox 360 game for £1, you probably won't buy it. But if it's like a kind of an anomaly, I'd pick it up just to have it. There was another one I got, it was a Help Charity compilation for the PS1, which is like, it has like Broken Sword, Road Rash, and Myst. So I got that for £2 as well. So like £4 for those two. That's a pretty good day. But those are filler, like, because I'm never going to play those, and I'm just sort of getting them because they're cheap, and like it's not that I'd feel bad, but if I didn't get it I'd be like, well, I probably should have got it, because it's only like a couple of pounds. So what am I going to do, have like the coins in my hand or the games? I'd rather have the games. So I don't know, do you feel that the same way yourself? So let me know what you think of this topic in the comment section below, and thanks for watching, and appreciate you watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.